What's up, guys? We are here for another Pink Slips ball review. Today we are going to be reviewing the Roto Tour Dynam-x. Again, with the Pink Slip reviews, the low score in this match is going to lose their bowling ball to one of our subscribers. So make sure you like this video, subscribe us, comment down below as a chance to win, and we will pick the winner and ship it to you. Today, our three bowlers squaring off to see who loses their bowling ball. First is going to be our customer, Mark Myers, two-handed player, very high caliber, one PBA title, a lot of honor scores. Up next is Kyle King. He's our official Rotogrip staffer, Team USA, collegiate national title, Eagle winner. He's got all of the accolades. And then for our Pro Shop operator, we have Nick Ettinger, who has a Strike Force Tour major, some honor scores as well, I believe, and is just kind of getting back into bowling. So should be a great match. We can see what this new Tour Dynam-x is all about and have a little fun along the way. Let's check out the pre-match predictions.
All right, Nick, we're testing the Tour Dynam-x. What do you think the low score is going to be? Who's losing their ball? And you know, what are some of the final words that you got to say to these guys?
Low score, I'm going to say it would be 100. High score, we're going 150. Or was it right, 150?
Yeah.
Okay. I am not losing my ball because I'm not doing that twice in a row. So I don't know which of the other two guys are losing their ball, but it ain't going to be me. The old guy's getting redemption. So let's go out there and kick some butt.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it, baby. I'm mad. I'm mad about losing the clone, and I'm not losing this ball. This ball's too good to lose.
All right, Mark, you are back testing the Tour Dynam-x. Who has the low score? What do you think that score is going to be? And anything you'd like to talk about between, you know, your and Kyle's past, you know, JBT adventures, you know, how that'll play today. Yeah.
Let's see. The pair is pretty good. Throwing a couple shots on it, and they're going to be pretty high scoring, kind of like last. So let's see. It was 115 last time. About that.
That's where you were.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll go 115 for the low score, and Kyle is Kyle. Like, he's the GOAT. So we're gonna try and hopefully run down Nick again and see if we can sneak one out.
Are you gonna use your consequence again, or your little sabotage?
It didn't work. He struck.
That's true.
Derek's worked. I'm not left-handed. Everything works for the lefties here. We know that.
That's right. All right, man. Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle, you are testing the Tour Dynam-x today.
That's correct.
What do you think low score is going to be? Who do you think is going to bowl that low score? And you know, will your past JBT experiences with Mark play out on the lanes?
I think low score will probably be right around in the 90s. I don't plan on that being me, but never know until you get out there. But yeah, I bowled with Mark for a long time now. I mean, goodness gracious, probably since like 08, 09-ish, so a long time now. Good friends, good memories, always a rivalry, so it's always a good time on the lanes with those guys.
He did refer to you as the GOAT. Do you think he's got it out for you today, or?
No, he's just being nice.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're about to do the one ball shot to determine who determines the order of the match. Now this is important because it's only 5 frames. It's a super short match, and finishing first or finishing last is a big deal, as well as controlling what lane each person finishes on. Since they've had some time to practice on the pair, they've been able to see each other bowl on the pair, so they kind of have an idea. All right, so let's see who is going to determine the order. Again, this is high count, and if there's a tie, it's whoever hits the pins first. So there is an advantage to kind of get down there in a hurry. All right, let's see. Kevin's going to count it down. First to the pins but Kyle got high count. So I think he might have doubled everyone's pin count. No, Mark got 8. So Kyle's going to determine the order, and we will get started. All right, we are underway. Kyle is going to be starting the match. We're going to see who's losing the bowling ball and what this Tour Dynam-x is all about.
Not Kyle. Kyle will not be losing it.
Good shot, good shot. I don't know. Gotta throw the shots. Let's see, you never know what'll happen. So, Nick, have you been able to throw this ball much at all yet? Prior to this?
I've got a few shots. I threw it a little bit Wednesday night at the King of the Hill on some burnt up crap, and it actually rolled really well. I shot a 259 with it on really tough conditions, so.
Nice.
And that's what it's intended for, I feel like. So.
Got it. All right, let's see if Mark gets started here.
It's pretty good.
Like everyone's off to the races. Kyle, how are the conditions? Are they pretty soft? Do you feel like they match up well for this particular
They are the house guys. So they're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty fresh, so this ball is going to be way better on the fresh, I think, than necessarily the burn. This ball is very smooth, so something that'll allow you to kind of miss with your hand a little bit more than most other the strong smooth balls, I think, because it's not quite as early.
Okay.
But it looks, I mean, that one I feel like it's firm and missed it at the bottom and still kind of fine, so I think it's pretty good.
You guys think Nick stays on pace with you guys here?
Why not? Have faith in it. Looks decent.
Looks pretty good. Oh,
No love for the old guy. No love.
he was trying to get the AARP messenger, but
He's not a senior yet.
so for you guys, what does this ball kind of compare to in terms of other smoother balls in your arsenal?
IQ Tour, Rubicon. It's kind of like in between those two, I would say, because the overall dip is like under 40, and that's including the intermediate dip on the ball. So it's very unique. I haven't seen an intermediate or a mass bias bowling ball or an asymmetrical bowling ball like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually always really enjoyed the asymmetrical low dip ball. So from Storm, the last time that I'm aware that they did something like this was the zero gravity. And I'm kind of a nerd in looking at core numbers, and it's not often that you have low differential spacings. But when they do happen, they tend to be unique. Not everyone loves them, but they do tend to be actually unique. Let's see if Kyle keeps it up.
Good shot.
All right, we're back. Little out of order bowling, I think. Is that what happened?
We didn't change names.
Oh, got it.
We decided.
So I messed up. I must have put the names in the wrong order.
I don't think you can mess up.
No. Just ask my wife. She will be more than happy to tell you.
If I ever want the bad side,
Yeah, exactly. That looks pretty good. Did you like that off your hand? That was pin action too.
That was fantastic. The first one around was really good.
Yeah. And so also just to remind the viewers, we have distractions as well. So everyone gets one distraction they can use at any point in time. It can be anything. You can go out on the lane, the gutter cap, hit them with a grip stack. You just cannot change or force them to change their physical position. Do what Nick has here.
Just make it dead flush and there's no question. It makes life a lot easier.
So do you think, you were also in the clone review, what do you think you'll most likely see more use with this or more use with the clone?
I would say on the fresh, depending on like if you're rolling on sport conditions and stuff, the fresh definitely sees this a lot more. But if you're rolling on like a typical house shot, I definitely see the clone getting a lot more play.
Okay.
A little farther left with it, pretty more shady.
Okay. See if Kyle can keep it going here. Great bowler. Oh, see? Hey, you never know. 7 went a little late too. With 5 frames, it does bring a little bit more luck into play. And anything can happen.
That is true.
The Simpson did look kind of elusive for you. Do you think you make this?
Yeah, he should be fine. As long as he doesn't hit his toe.
Good bowlers make mistakes.
And Kyle also made a nice little attempt at the 70-10 when they were practicing.
I'm a hashtag teammate bagger kind of guy. Throw enough strikes, it'll make up for the ones you miss.
So Kyle, what were your
They're finishing on this one. I'm going to do it in the check.
what were your pre-match predictions in terms of high score, low score?
I only said the low score. I said 90. I assumed that one of us was going to be able to pop off striking every time, but So I would have said 150, but that's how the woodworks now. So what would that be, 129?
I think he was walking that one back. I think I would assume he liked it. You pulled a lot with him in JBT.
Ton.
That normally means he likes it, right?
Normally.
Yeah.
The quick comeback is usually means he likes it. The ripping of the shirt down is usually means he didn't like it.
Yeah, and I think the face he made too when it ranked 10.
Yeah, like mine was like,
Yeah.
that would look really good. It's just that weird spot where like you get it out of the oil and then it hits that, like at least in like these buildings, you get it right out of the oil and then it really kind of checks and it just kind of goes around it. It was a great job done.
So Mark, we were watching your body language there. It seems like you liked that one.
That was a pretty good one. A little bit in the oil. That's probably why I wrapped 10, but I would have got to the right a little sooner and probably got to the
You liking this ball so far?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very good on the fresh, especially when they're a little tougher.
It's surprising me. Like I like there's certain balls that like come out and you're like really excited for, and then like there's other balls and you're like okay, but those ones always seem to like be the ones that you use the most. Like for example, like the phase 2 for me, like we're actually even a little close too. Like first got them, I'm like okay, this ball's pretty good, and then like I just find myself throwing it all the time. This seems like a ball that like, especially when we get to play on those patterns that are like in that 37 to 39 foot mark. And like urethane doesn't really look good, this ball would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree. See if you can convert it. Someone get that man a spare ball. You guys sell spare balls at Revolution?
We do sell spare balls.
All right, we're gonna send Nick over to Revolution Bowling Supply to get a spare ball. Let's talk to him about that. What do you think?
Shameless
It's
plug.
either a striker or a spare. That's where I'm at in life.
It's a striker or a
I
spare.
was talking to Kyle, and he said that they sell plastic balls at Revolution Bowling Supply, and he would be happy to assist you with one.
Plastic's overrated.
What color do you think you're gonna get?
None. Plastic's overrated. Just channel your inner Norm Duke and throw it straight. You just have to hit your mark.
You know,
Norm makes them though.
that's true. I think the guys are supposed to talk trash, and I'm just supposed to be the nice guy in the booth. So we'll get back to the regularly scheduled program here. Let's see what Kyle's got. See, Mark had him winning early. Now
He's the greatest of our generation.
Shot, but what do you think happened there?
I haven't got through that many shots. Not when I really got through, so I was more so user error. I just didn't move on it. But I thought it was physically decent.
stuff in your equipment now. Kyle might make this, so you can stay tuned in here.
Oh, maybe.
Nope. Any other smooth balls in your bag that you would compare? So you get a little softer ball speed, you get around a little bit more than these two, so you might see it a little bit different. What do you think in terms of your other smooth balls? How is it maybe slightly different?
It's really hard to try and compare it really to anything else because there's nothing else out there like it at the moment. The closest you could say is an IQ that is an asymmetric ball, which hopefully we're going to find that out. I brought an IQ, and my other go-to is going to be the Hustle PBR.
Okay.
A weaker core with a stronger cover. So.
Right. So I don't know about you guys, but it looks to me like everyone is kind of seeing a little sensitivity to getting it from the pins right. If you try to get it to shape a little sooner, it can maybe jump off of it, and then if you don't get it to shape a little sooner, it's kind of easy to flat center.
Yeah, you can see the asymmetry on that shot. Yeah, like you can just see that it was an asymmetric ball. Like, my problem was I just found the ball too.
I see. So you liked it off your hand.
I did like the shot. That was my best shot.
Got it.
It makes sense for the best shot you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are bowling. At least physically, execution-wise, that was probably the best one offhand. But then when I saw it move, I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, it definitely jumped off.
It came off at 100.
Mark already had you basically going the perfect game. So
Yeah, I had you at 150 for that game.
Now I'm actually, I need to double the
So who's low is still up for grabs. Mark's in the lead. Everyone still has the distraction left going into the 10s. See what Nick does here.
I'll get one to go through it. It'll go through it. A little straighter.
If I were Nick, I would be using the distraction right now. I am not his ball rep or coach, but I would be definitely using the distraction right now if I were Nick.
Good idea.
try to see if we can get Kyle to gag it off.
Not a bad idea. He's got to work.
Yeah. Grabbing a ball. Oh!
The bro's pro. The bro's pro.
If you're wondering how he got that beard from, it is from all of the strength to be able to block all the time. That was a good effort. That's actually the first time we've seen someone be able to stop in the middle of the backstring. But now he could be thinking, is Mark going to distract? See what happens.
Good shot. He moved left there. Open up the left.
Moved left a little bit. So the other thing is the winner of the match, the high scorer, gets to take over the booth, talk to all the players about their final thoughts on the ball, as well as talk to whoever's going to lose their ball about losing the ball. And that's looking like Mark, you need a mark. Mark needs a mark.
After on the lane, Kyle was 6 forward on this. Shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Like he moved a little left.
That's what I get for forgetting I bowled with a two-hander. You got to move a little quicker when you bowl with the two-handers.
That's right.
Yeah. He moved left into the wood.
Yeah. Well, good finish.
Good finish. Not bad. I completely forgot. I actually should have just forced myself to throw that shot.
Did you think Mark was maybe going to come in behind Nick with another distraction, or did you think you were in the clear?
After I had completely forgot about the distraction, and after that I was like,
Got it.
the first one caught me. That's just strictly caught me, so that's why I stopped. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot we were doing that. My fault.
I can't.
I should just win.
I wish I could stop.
I have a good one
Yeah,
for
I can't stop either.
Good shot. You already won though.
Yeah. This is kind of the interesting dynamic with the distraction.
He's shut out.
We don't get the left here, and I have a chance.
I know.
That's true. That is true. One of these days I'm gonna learn how to roll on camera.
Kyle's, I think, just wanting to have a little bit of fun. See what have we got? Oh. So it looks like Mark is winning this one. And Nick, you're 0 for 2, brother.
I gotta apparently learn how to bowl on camera.
Yeah. It's tough. A five-shot match is tough, man.
Bowling already feels like a sprint.
That was terrible, but
The alarm.
All right, we're not really sure where that cut off. Yeah, it cut off. I had an alarm on my phone. But yeah, Kyle was saying that it's already kind of a sprint. And what were you saying after that?
And then you take half the frames out, and you're like, one shot. Like for example, like it looked pretty clear and evident that it was going to be a race between me and Mark, and then I just picked 4, and now it's like, oh, I can be last very easily. So it's when you do these little sprints though, it's one of those things. Like this is why like I love bowling like the King of the Hill that's at this event, like out in this venue, is that it's not about the money, it's not about anything else. It's a very good way to practice the situations that you don't get to see very often. So you can't replicate needing a double in the 10th to win and not lose your bowling. You can't replicate that. So like even though like we've done this so many times, there's still like I still have nerves trying to double there. Just because like there's always that competitive side of it. It's just something you can't replicate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can speak to that a little bit relative to the tap format as well that I bowled a lot. I always hear a lot of complaints about the finals format where it's a one-game match. And of course, that's more, there's going to be more luck involved, just like there's going to be more luck involved here. The yin and the yang to that I think Kyle is speaking to is as you add in more luck, you have to take advantage of the skill side as much as you possibly can. And when that window is smaller, it's 9 games, there's a lot of opportunity to showcase skill. It's 5 frames, there's a lot less opportunity And because there's less opportunity, every shot matters more. And so a lot of the times as the luck factor goes up, the pressure goes up on the skill side. And that is where you turn a problem into an opportunity. If you're a good player like Kyle, he doesn't complain about the luck. He goes, this is an opportunity for me to practice in a pressure situation.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where if you can get a chance to practice having a double in the 10, because there's two things that happen to you when there's a pressure situation. You throw it either better or you throw it worse. You don't, like, there's not really in between. There's no in between zones. So it's either going to be a better shot or a worse shot. So it's just being able to understand that I've thrown millions of shots, and you just understand you've thrown millions of shots. So what's the difference in this one? You can't. You just gotta just be able to focus that little extra, and if you can execute your shot, the lanes don't matter.
Anything you want to add to that as Nick is finishing up?
Exactly what Kyle said is perfect. You can't get a chance to practice getting an opportunity to double leading one clutch shot or trying to get your nerves to settle down.
Yeah, exactly. So our winner taking over the booth is Mr. Mark. So Mark will sit in the middle here. I'll get out of the way, and you can talk to the guys about the final thoughts on the ball and how Nick feels about losing.
Hey, there's positives. The last time I shot 89, shot 92. We're moving up. We're moving up.
All right, so we just finished up with the ball review of the Tour Dynam-x by Roto Grip. Fantastic ball. I see it being used a lot in tournament competition. Nick, 2 videos, 2 balls going away. What do you have to say?
I am not losing my ball because I'm not doing that twice in a row. So
eventually I'll learn how to bowl on camera, and clearly the 2 bowling balls I threw and lost are better than I am. So I would definitely pick them up.
And Kyle, you threw a clutch double in the 10th to shut Nick out. What do you have about that?
What do I have about the double?
Yeah.
Thank God he dropped the ball like a foot earlier than, because there's no way I was throwing a good shot if I released that thing. So, I would say the one thing about this ball is that it's very smooth, very predictable. It is still an asymmetric ball, regardless how small that asymmetric is in it. So, like, the big 4 shot in this match was very predictable. I got my hand through it in a much stronger position. The guy to the dry a little early, and it really checked off of it. So it's still going to have to be a ball that you understand that it's going to have that little movement to it, to where on like the symmetric balls, you can kind of jam them a little bit easier than the asymmetric balls, because they just are a lot more tame down lane. But it's bridging that gap between the asymmetric and symmetric line that I think Storm, Roto Grip I should say, but the SPI products are trying to kind of bridge right now, and it gives you that similar shape-ish to a urethane ball, which is clearly going to be needed on tour for our guys, because unfortunately urethane isn't going to be very prevalent anymore out there. So I think it's going to be one of the balls that's going to be able to, for the right guys with a trick layout, they're going to be able to get it figured out and be able to use it for that reason. And it's also a very good ball for just in general when there's a little bit more cleaner back ends, so the ball to be a little more controlled. I think it's a great piece to add here.
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially like the strainer players too. Like if you face like a league where they get a little clipped and you have to move into that a little bit and still steam out the dry, I could definitely see this one coming into play.
Yeah, it doesn't overbalance.
Yes.
It doesn't overbalance. So like I said, it's one of those asymmetric balls you're going to be able to miss a little bit more with your hand than normal, and you should be able to see a similar shape. Now, when to get out of this ball would be when you start to see the pin carry problems, when you start to move left and the ball isn't quite going around the corner enough. That's when I think the ball might have its limitations. But from that spot from like 4th arrow and right, this ball is going to be really, really good. It's going to be very good.
All right, final thoughts on this ball?
Pretty much summed it up. It's going to be a really good piece. I think with that stronger cover and a little bit more with that asymmetry, it's going to be a really good control ball on the shorter patterns and some of them flatter patterns. Especially you can lay out a couple of them differently, have surface on one, polish on another. So I think it's going to be a good piece to have in the bag.
All right, you heard it. Final thoughts. I think that this is going to be a great ball, especially when they're flatter, like they said. So tune in next time.
See y'all later.
See ya.